Well, the U.S. jobs report for September, it was delayed due to the shutdown, released today. It found employers added 119,000 jobs in that month of September. That number was twice what economists predicted. The unemployment rate ticked up 4.4%. Kelly O'Grady joins us now from the New York Stock Exchange. Kelly, I want to show the audience what it looked like on Wall Street today. Kind of schizophrenic. In the morning, as we bring that graphic up, all this green, I think it was up like 620, 630 points in the Dow, and then cratering down across into the red. I think it closed down, 386. Why the schizophrenia? Do we know?
So two reasons. And in fact, if you look at the full swing of the Dow, it was a more than 1,000 point swing on the day. It was pretty stunning because you're right. We were actually up over 700 points at the beginning of the day. And the reason was two, right? You had a good jobs report, 119,000. We were expecting 50,000, allayed some fears that the labor market was falling off a cliff. That was one reason. The other reason, of course, NVIDIA earnings. We talked about this yesterday. A lot of investors were like, okay, let's breathe a sigh of relief. The AI trade is alive and well. And then they started digesting the numbers. And so you saw the deep red. I think we finished off session lows, but still down about a percentage on the Dow. One, the good jobs report in September, it's a good news equals bad news. We are likely not going to get an interest rate cut because if you aren't seeing further weakening in the labor market, let's remember that's still a September number. There's been a number of months since then where things might have been different. You're not going to have the Fed cut rates. The other thing is investors digested that AI trade a little bit more and thought, well, okay, maybe if people are buying NVIDIA chips, that's great for NVIDIA, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be able to turn a profit. Maybe there's still an AI bubble. So those two things together, Major, really dragged the market down today.
Kelly, let me ask you something the White House talked about today in a couple of different instances, Vice President Vance and others, that affordability, they're stung by that, but they're saying every month this year, since President Trump took office, real wage growth has outpaced inflation, and people actually have more disposable income than they had last year. Is that actually true?
So on the whole, yes, wages have been rising faster than inflation. In this jobs report, though, it was a little bit weaker than we expected on the month. It rose 0.2%. On the year, though, it was 3.8%. So that is higher than inflation, but that growth was flat versus last month. We like to see that increase more than inflation because that's what helps you kind of get rid of that crunch in the pocketbook. And if you look at the 5 years, so now we're looking at both the Trump and Biden administrations, prices have risen over 24% and wages have risen less than that. So this is kind of a multi-year problem. They're right in the sense that wages consistently have been during this administration, but this is a multi-year problem that you're sort of playing catch up from. It's going to take a while to really take effect.
Multi-year problem with genuine political impacts. We saw that recently in the elections. Kelly O'Grady, New York Stock Exchange. Thank you very, very much.